Over the past 2 months, my family and I have been extremely busy. We skied in temperature reaching minus 30 degrees and swam in a place where it was over 30 degrees. Work has also been overwhelming due to frequent business travels. And additionally, I spent some time playing Marvel Rivals, which is a lot of fun. As a result, I have had very little time to care for my reef tank at home, let alone adding any new animals. We are lazy reefers, I believe you can relate. So today, I want to give you an update on what has happened to my reef tank, which has been kind of neglected for almost 2 months. The issues that arise and how I see these issues. Over these 2 months, my hammer corals has been doing too well. Compared to before, they are noticeably shrunk. The same goes for my elegant coral. Is this due to insufficient water exchange and deteriorating water quality? Probably not. I just tested the nitrate level and they are around 15 ppm, meaning the tank isn't experiencing significant eutrophication. However, infrequent water exchange don't just affect nitrate levels. There could also be issues with ionic imbalance and the accumulation of harmful compounds like hydrogen sulfates. But why do I think water quality isn't the main issue? In my tank, hammer corals are necessarily the most sensitive species to water quality. Both of my torch corals are doing well. In fact, they have grown from 1 head to 2 or 3. I also purchased a small frag of Aquarium at the end of last year, and over the past 2 months, it has grown quickly, developing multiple branches. I don't think hammer corals are more demanding regarding water quality and lining compared to torch coral or Aquarium. So their shrinking may be due to something else. And that something else is my emperor angelfish. This isn't my first emperor angelfish, but I have a feeling it is going to be the most troublesome one. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It's active, healthy, and has beautiful patterns. I always believe that every reef tank needs a standout centerpiece fish, and an emperor angelfish can definitely fill that role. However, this particular one has a real habit for harassing corals. Hammers, elegant coral, leather corals, zoances, marine corals, depending on its mode, it might take a bite. So far, the things it seems completely uninterested in are torch corals, mushroom corals, bubble corals, GSP, clove polyps, anemone, and triducna clams. None of the juvenile emperor angelfish I have had before has shown so much interest in corals. I suppose I just got unlucky this time. In species untouched by the emperor angelfish, corals and anemones are doing reasonably well. However, my biggest bubble anemone has been struggling to find a spot it likes. It used to settle behind my GSP with a clownfish inside it, but recently it moved to a corner right near the water surface. I have tried giving it a clay-made anemone nest and even a big container, but it's just a tough one to please. Lately, it has stayed in that corner, which honestly is quite close to the wave maker and not the safest spot. But I don't really have a better solution right now. I may think I'm the boss of this reef tank, but clearly the anemone doesn't see it that way. I think one of the most important skills for a lazy reefer is knowing when to compromise. When we face inevitable challenges in our tanks, do we spend much more time trying to solve them completely, or do we accept them to some extent and adjust our tank design, choices, and even our mindset around it? So we know the emperor angelfish nips at corals. So what? Should I take it out and set up a separate fish-only tank? Just thinking about the amount of rock I will have to move to catch it make me exhausted already. And to be fair, it's not doing anything wrong. Picking at things It's just in its nature. Since it likes eating zoanthus, then so be it. I'm still happy to have a beautiful angelfish in my tank. I might even buy some cheap zoanthus just for it to snack on. Rather than hoping it will change its nature and stop bothering my hammer corals, why not shift my coral selection more towards torches, bubbles, and mushrooms? If we want to be a lazy reefer, we can't be too caught up in changing things that are meant to happen. Maybe the better choice is just go with the flow and enjoy the process.
Hey, leave it alone, you little.
Sorry, can't help it.